This graph is the partial graph of y equals 1 over x raised to the x power. That's in magenta. And then the blue curve is that 4 raised to the power 16x plus 1 divided by 16. As I pointed out in the prior video, was that you should probably learn to use software so you can begin to visualize these things. So I want to pull up another application, one that I'm using to create these graphs over here. So I'm going to switch over to Grapher, and I want to look at it. And again, I want to point out what I'm doing over here. I'm graphing. What am I graphing? Well, I'm graphing, that 1 over x to the x power, and that's that magenta curve over there. Now I want to graph the other guy out. I'm looking at that, and that's the 4 to the the power 16x plus 1 divided by 16. And I notice there's they appear to be touching. And if you want, you can certainly zoom into that region. You could also zoom out, for example. Like if you zoom out, what I mean by that, it looks like they're really touching a large number of places. If you zoom in though, which is what I'm doing now, they still look like they're touching a large number of places. Right, so what I want to do is just kind of zoom in this region over here and see what I'm seeing. I'm going to do this over here. And now I'm starting to see something. And let me just pull this around a little bit, pull it into view. And I'm still, I see that magenta and blue curve. I do see points of intersection, but I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. So I'm going to look at it carefully, and maybe something like this over here. I think I went too far there, didn't I? Let me back out. All right. I'm also going to plot the points. Let me do that for you. I'm going to plot the point where x equals 1/8. That's right there. That's clearly a point of intersection looking at it now. And the other point I want to plot is the point 1/16. That's where the points, where these two curves intersect. And I see that there. Again, it's important you start to learn to use software. And as you're looking at these things, hopefully they're making sense to you, that we actually find two solutions on that curve. Let me zoom out again. And the point of that is to show you that these things, I'm still seeing the 2 points of intersection, by the way. Pretty clear. Keep moving out. Still seeing it. Still seeing it. But again, what's happening, there's a blurry nature about what's happening in between those. Is it touching more than once? That's why it's so important to learn to use software and zoom into those regions. And that's all we're doing. Thank you.